Nick Hajazi, the founder of the Mendez Cartel, here with
the co-founder, boys.
Another rest day video coming to you. Gentlemen, you know what we do on rest days. We answer questions from the comment section. Today we're going to do something slightly different. We're going to answer a couple questions. We don't have too many questions, but we want to reminisce about our training careers. We've both been training 7 years, so we're going to kind of look back over the journey, go down memory lane, and really just look back at everything we've done the last 7 years. Before we get into that though, guys, join our community, the Mendez Cartel. You'll have full access to all our training programs as well as all the other features. Click the link in the description. And if you're interested for a more personalized, hands-on approach and want to go an even further step than just being in the community, then go to my Instagram and DM me the word cartel and we can get started with one-to-one coaching. Link in the description for my Instagram. DM me the word cartel for one-to-one coaching. All right, people, let's get to it. First question. It's going to be a fun one today, boys. From Alex Ralph 03, I'm 77 kg, 5'10". I have been plateaued at a 120 kg bench and a 155 kg squat for 1 year now. What steps should I take to achieve a 140 bench and a 180 squat? Okay, bro. So first things first is you always want to look at the most important variable, which is nutrition. Always look at your nutrition. Is your nutrition on point? Are you eating enough? Are you gaining weight? It's a lot easier to gain strength when you're gaining weight. If you're not gaining weight, then and you want to get stronger, probably the best thing to do would be to go into a lean surplus and try and gain some weight, and that will really help push performance and push your strength up. So look at your nutrition first of all. It's the most important variable. Secondly, I always say this, if you're plateauing, sometimes the best idea can be to back off. A lot of people go in the gym, they try and attempt 1 rep maxes every week and they plateau and they plateau. Sometimes the best thing you can do is to back off, really drop the weights down low, start a new block fresh, really start light, then slowly build yourself back up, build your foundational strength back up, build your bases back up, build your weight back up slowly, starting really light through the weeks, and then you can peak and you can surpass your old PR. So sometimes you might have to drop the weights a touch for a period of time, build up your foundational strength, and then you can work your way back up and surpass your old PRs. That is something I would do. Those are the 2 things I'd look at, brother. Co-founder, talk to me.
Yeah, bro. I think for most of our clients, we have run into plateaus and people who don't who stall in their like strength increments at a point. For example, Mr. John, bro, last week. Mm-hmm. And what happened is just like his body weight wasn't going up, so we took a step back. We did a little deload, started eating big, and then he started breaking all those plateaus. So you might be actually overtraining. You can take a deload, get your nutrition in place, and once you've taken care of those 2 variables, try to maybe attempt different rep ranges and stuff, and then you'll see that eventually, if your body weight is going up, then you'll see strength increments. For me, I think we all have a point where we really see that performance increase. For example, for me, it's like once I go above 80 kg, that's when you start seeing the really nice stuff. But if I'm below 80 kg, if my strength is not going up, I know the reason why. It's because I'm not fucking heavy enough.
Yeah, the co-founder makes a good point. Nutrition is so important, man. Like really locking your nutrition, and really sometimes making sure you take 1 step back in order to move 2 steps forward. But great question, Alex. You really ask good questions. You ask a lot of questions, Alex. Alex, if you're interested in one-to-one coaching, bro, go to my Instagram, DM me the word cartel. You seem like a guy that we'd really love to work with. So if you need help getting stronger, you know where to find us. We can coach you, brother. We're here for you. Go to my Instagram and DM me the word cartel. All right, second question. Brother, how long have you been training for? From Anad Hua B4589. Great question, and this will lead on to a further discussion now. This is the second question we got this week. We're going to answer this question and we're going to talk more about our training careers, our training journeys after this. We've both been training 7 years. I've been training 7 years. The co-founder's been training 7 years. I started training 1st of December 2017, exactly on the dot. I remember the day. When did you start training? You started like a month before me, maybe?
Yeah, I started before you, and it's actually kind of funny because Nick, back in the day, guys, Nick wouldn't know shit about social media. So Nick lived in Dubai. I lived in Switzerland back then.
Yeah.
and there was no platform in which we could communicate.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't have Facebook. I think he had WhatsApp, but he would never respond. He didn't know what Instagram was or Snapchat or none of that
I
shit.
wasn't a tech guy.
Yeah, and I remember in my school in Switzerland we would have a football tournament, and after that football tournament was finished, I remember seeing a guy who took his shirt off after a football game, and this guy looked insane.
Yeah.
I was like, holy fuck, I gotta look like that. Like I gotta
Yeah.
do something. I gotta start going to the gym because my family does come from a sport background. Um,
Yeah.
and I was like, yeah, I gotta hit the gym. So I joined the gym. I got my first gym subscription, and I texted Nick, and I was like, yeah, I'm hitting the gym. I sent him a picture, and he's like, oh shit, I joined the gym too. This was December 2017. So we started speaking. We were like, yeah, we got to train together, man, because I think the year prior to that I had been in Dubai visiting Nick, and we had been doing mostly football training. Remember, bro?
Yeah. Yeah. We're playing football all the time. I still
We were
wanted. I
playing
still wanted
football,
to be.
so
I still
we
wanted to be a footballer then.
yeah. Yeah, bro, guys, by the way, Nick was almost professional
Yeah.
level footballer. Like, I've never seen a guy play that well.
I didn't make it. I didn't make it.
And yeah, so on December 2017, we decided to do a little training camp. We were like, yeah, you live in Basel, you can come over for a few weeks, and then we can train together. So he came over
Yeah.
to Basel, and we started our first bulk ever. And that's like when the real bodybuilding world
Yeah.
opened to us here in Basel. Like
Yeah.
when we understood like the nutrition side of
Yeah.
things, where we understood that you could eat as much as you want, and that you could get stronger. Which was like for example, for me, I've always been a guy who's eaten a lot. So that was like the most wonderful thing ever. That was like that I could eat like a motherfucker, but if I trained, I would make gains, and that wouldn't make sense for me, and I loved it. So yeah, we would train with being Nick and I, and then my best friend from Switzerland, Ristov. Do you remember?
Wrist off, brother. Respect wrist off.
Yeah, and in fact, we still have footage. We still have footage from that time. Maybe I can send you a few videos
Yeah.
of those days, and you can put them up in the video
Yeah. Yeah. Our old
of us
days.
training.
Our old fashioned days. Yeah.
When we started deadlifting, we like our form would be shit. We would just try to add weight to the bar, and even though the camp was 2 weeks, we still made sure that we were progressively overloading. And after that, I think obviously Nick went back to England. I stayed here, and we kept on training till this day.
Yeah. Yeah. But Basel was our roots. We started that first training camp we did in our first year of training was kind of where it all started, man. When that love really, where we really discovered our love for this game, where we really discovered our love for training, and that's where it really. Those are our roots. That training camp are our roots, man. And it's been a long journey since then, man. It's been a long journey since then, you know. It's been a long road, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of tough days, but we stuck with it, man. And it's all about long-term consistency. I always say this, guys, is we started training 7 years ago. You're gonna have bad days. You're gonna have plateaus. You're gonna have days where it's tough and you don't enjoy the gym. There's gonna be times where you kind of fall out of love with this shit. But you got to stick with it in the long term. The guys that stick with it in the long term, and not just for 12 weeks, not just for a short-term fix. The guys that truly stick with it in the long term for years and years and decades, those are the guys that will truly reap the rewards. And if we look back far to Basel, we go back to where we used to be and where we are now. We've come a long way. We've really come a long bloody way, man. It's been a it's been
100%.
it's been a great journey.
And let me say something, bro. Um, so yeah, I think the beauty of this is like Nick and I have had such different journeys. For example, Nick is a perfectionist. Like he hasn't missed a meal. He hasn't missed a training session. Whereas for me, I'm a guy who's a little bit more inconsistent. Who's had like it's his ups and downs. Like I've been more inconsistent. I've fucked up. I've stopped training for maximum three weeks and stuff. But I think this really goes to show that long term consistency will really reward you.
Yeah,
Like your journey doesn't need to be perfect, and I think my journey has been far, 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 really, really far from perfect. But I don't regret anything, if I'm honest. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't change a thing, because right now I think I look good. I have a good physique that a lot of people who don't train would like to have, and that is not bragging. It's just like the reality of things is
Yeah.
if you put in the work for that long, and you go. We were actually just speaking about this before we started recording. It's like if your diet is 70%, if you hit your protein and you train more than 200 times a year for 7 years, like the outcome, there will be a significant outcome
Yeah.
after all. So yeah, guys, it's just about that long-term consistency of doing it, and doing it every single day without expecting like an instant reward, because there won't be an instant reward. But
Yeah.
after a few years of consistency and a few years of doing the small things right, like really small things right, you will get some nice benefits that a lot of people would like to have, and that who are not willing to make those really small steps.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. You know, and if it wasn't for this guy, I probably would not know half as much as I know about training now. You know, he really taught me a lot of shit, man. He taught me the ropes. He showed me all these bodybuilders. He showed me Chris Bumstead for the first time. I didn't know who Chris Bumstead was, and he made me discover Chris Bumstead. He made me discover. I don't even think I knew who David Lader was, or all these bodybuilders, Richard Piana. Like, he made me
Didn't
just.
even know what Instagram was,
I
bro.
didn't even know what
I met
Instagram
your
was.
Instagram account.
He made my first Instagram account. Like, without this guy, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I wouldn't know half the shit I know. So, you know, I've really, you know, if I look back, you know, the journey we both had together, you know, and we've both had different journeys, but at the same time, we've both had similar journeys. You know, you know, he might have been slightly more inconsistent, but he's always got back on it. He's always pushed himself. He's always found a way. Even though in the short term he might have made mistakes, he's always found a way to be consistent in the long term, which is what truly counts. And you know, it's been a long journey, been ups and downs, but I think what defines both of us is that we both love the gym and we both love this process, and we both want to keep doing it, man, and we both want to keep improving. That's the whole point of this game. Is if you don't love this game, if you don't love the journey, you gotta love you gotta love walking more than you love where walking takes you. You gotta love the journey more than you love the destination. It's a cliche, but it's true. You gotta love the process. So I think that's what defines both of our training careers, and both of our, you know, 7 years of a lot of hard work. And we're going to keep pushing. We're just getting started. We're still young guys. We're just getting started in this game. We're still rookies. We're still beginners. So we're going to keep pushing. But that is the video, guys. Nick Kajazi, the founder of the Mendez Cartel, here with the
co-founder, boys.
Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Join the Mendez Cartel, link in the description. If you're interested in one-to-one coaching, go to my Instagram and DM me the word cartel. And as always, people, long live King Charles III. Oh, wait, let me do. Nick Kajazi, the founder of the Mendez Cartel, here with the
co-founder, boys.
And as always, long live King Charles III. And God bless Sir Winston Churchill.
Thumbnail, bro. Thumbnail.
Oh, yeah, thumbnail. Shoot. That was a close one. He's doing the gore.
We do the Victor Gyökeres.
All right, thumbnail done. And as always, people, long live King Charles III. And God bless Sir Winston Churchill.